Guys, how's it going? It's Dragonball Z here, coming to you with another Dokkan battle video. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Today I'm just going to talk about whether you should summon on the Gotenks banner or you should summon the Majin Buu banner, which are just about to drop as part 1 of the thank you celebration on Global Dokkan. Before we get on with the video, I just want to give a shout out to Agent Polar Pingu for providing this awesome thumbnail. His work over on Instagram and Twitter. We'll leave links to both his Instagram and Twitter accounts in the description below. And also, if you also like the content I've been putting out, please follow me also on Twitter, so you can be made aware of all my latest videos when they go live. And if you like the videos I've been putting out, please remember to subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell so you can be made aware of them when all my latest videos go live. So let's get back to the video. On with actually looking at the banners for Gotenks and Majin Buu's Dokkan festivals. Let's have a look at the Gotenks card and Majin Buu and see what they actually do. So this is the Dokkan Awaken version of Gotenks in his first form they get, and his leader skill is Special Pose category, Ki +4, HP attack and defense plus 170%, or Youth category, Ki +3, HP attack plus 170% and defense plus 130%. So Special Pose category is very limited, and that's why you're getting such a big Ki boost and you're getting a massive HP and attack and defense of plus 170%, and I can't really imagine anybody else really running on him. So apart from Gotenks cards, you only really have Ginyu Force cards that are actually on the category. The youth category leader is quite good, but I don't see too many people usually running youth teams. So his leader skills, not the best, but not the worst either. His super attack is Victory Flash, which greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes immense damage to enemy. The fact that it greatly raises attack defense makes him much stronger than the average Gotenks card, which they normally always suffer for a little bit for defense purposes. And then his passive skill is big power up, and it's Ki +1 and attack and defense plus 100%, and then he also transforms when conditions are met. And he transforms from the start of the 3rd turn at the start of every battle. The fact that he gets attack and defense plus 100%, it just makes him a really good solid unit to begin with, although it does take him a while to actually get up to his higher levels because you have to wait 3 turns until he actually transforms. His linking skills are Signature Pose, which he's never really going to be using it with anyone else in his team apart from maybe other Gotenks units. Then you've got Saiyan Warrior Race, which is quite a good link from, Saiyan Lineage, The Innocence, Fused Fighter, Supreme Power and Fused Battle. Categories they're on are Fusion, Hybrid Saiyans, Majin Buu Saga, Super Saiyan 3, Transformation Booth, Super Saiyans, Final Trump Card, Special Pose, Rapid Growth and Saviour. So he's on a lot of categories, so he's really versatile in terms of what teams you can actually run him on, and he'd be quite, in my opinion, he'd still be a really good boost to the Fusion team, because I think he's a better option than other Gotenkses that you could actually run on your Fusion team, just because he got a defensive buff. The other Super Saiyan 3 Gotenkses, that's where they hit very hard but they struggle defensively, whereas this unit, when he gets his Super Saiyan 3 forms, we'll talk about later on, will hit really hard and we still actually have defense. I've used this guy over in JP and I actually really like using him, so I'd say he's a really good unit. Whether he's enough of a good unit to actually summon on the banner for is questionable, but we'll get to that later on in the rest of the video. And I also think he'd be quite good on a Majin Buu Saga team and Hybrid Saiyans. So let's have a look at his 2nd form. His leader skills remains unchanged, and his super attack changes slightly, so it greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage, and he has a great chance of stunning the enemy. Passive skill, this is where it really gets changed. He's got Ki +2, attack and defense plus 100%, so becomes more self-sufficient with the Ki +2. And then he's got a high chance of attacking plus 50%, an additional high chance of attack plus 50%, high chance of defense plus 50%, and an additional high chance of defense plus 50%, and then a medium chance of launching an additional super attack. So the problem with this is you can get all the way up to plus 200% attack and plus 200% defense, which makes him a really good offensive unit and a very great tank. Issue here of the fact that it's all RNG, so you're never going to be like guaranteed a high attack stat or are really guaranteed to be an absolute tank of a unit that can tank super attacks, and that's what it's probably a lot of people won't like about this unit, and they'll try and pick another unit which does give you more guarantees. I think it's quite fitting with his character because Gotenks is quite jokey, so because he's quite jokey he's never going to necessarily put his full power in to it, but then other times you can see how strong Gotenks actually is. And then his transformations can be activated when HP is 70% or more, starting from the 4th turn after transformation once only. So starting from the 4th turn is actually 4th turn from base Gotenks. It's not 4 turns since you transform into the Super Saiyan Gotenks, as it kind of explained here in the active skill. So it's actually only, you transform into Super Saiyan Gotenks, and then in 1 turn later you can then transform into Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. The thing I don't like about this active skill is the HP restriction, 70% or more. It should be quite easy to get off, but there'll be certain situations in like maybe Extreme Super Battle Road or Super Battle Road where you've got a good chance that you're going to have less than 70% HP in by the time you get to round 4 of a fight. And although having said that, in Extreme Super Battle Road, if you don't beat them in 4 turns, you're probably more likely you're going to be dead. So you never really get to see the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks transformation in those types of events. Skills have changed slightly. He's got Super Saiyan and Golden Warrior, and his categories are the exact same. And then let's go have a look at his Super Saiyan 3 form. So again, his leader skills completely unchanged from his base forms and his Super Saiyan forms. His super attack is much better in the sense that it greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns. So not only are we raising defense, we're also raising attack as well, and it's for 3 turns and not just for 1 turn. And it causes immense damage, and he's got a high chance to stun the enemy. And then his passive skill also gets a massive improvement. So he's got the same standard attack and defense plus 100%, but he's got plus an additional attack plus 100% performing a super attack, key plus 3, and a great chance of launching an additional super attack for 4 turns from the start of the turn. So he's now got a great chance of doing an additional super attack, whereas previously it was just a medium chance, so that's an improvement. But it's only for 4 turns. I guess that's the drawback, but you're almost guaranteed it to get off 2 super attacks off when you're attacking with Gotenks, and the fact you're guaranteed an extra plus 100% makes him really good. The fact that he greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns as well allows you to stack that defense. The fact that he's losing that potential RNG defensive buff and when his passive is okay because of the way his super attack mechanic works. And his link skills have changed once again, so he's now got limit breaking form, Super Saiyan, over in a flash. Well, he had Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 1, now has over in a flash, the Innocence, Fused Fighter, Supreme Power and Fierce Battle. And then his categories are the exact same. So overall, I mean, I've used the Gotenks over on the JP side of the game. I enjoy using them. I like the fact he's a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks that you can hit hits really hard, and not only that, you can also put him in any slot you like. You don't have to protect him because he does actually have defense, whereas the other ones like the physical Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks or the tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, neither of them really have the defense requirements for the current meta, and if you're running them on a team, you're always going to be moving them to a slot where they're not going to be attacked by the enemy. But he's still a really top tier card, but he's not an LR, he's only a TUR. Right now, if you're going to get dual Dokkan Fest, I think we really need to start to move into the era that each dual Dokkan Fest has now got LRs on the banners, not just TURs, and I think that's the way the game will be going from the 6-year anniversary onwards. But anyway, let's have a look at the Majin Buu. Majin Buu is an exchange based unit where you start off as Majin Buu, Fat Majin Buu, and then you obviously then exchange into Evil Skinny Buu, and that's the second form. So his leader skill is Majin Power, category key plus 4, and HP and attack and defense plus 100%. So this was a brand new category when it was dropped into the game over on the JP side of the games. Unfortunately, we've already had Gotenks, which came out as part of the Worldwide Celebration, also had the Majin Power leader skill. So there's now 2 leads that have the Majin Power category, so that kind of devalues this unit a little bit. But if you never manage to get Gotenks like me, then there is some advantages to getting it, because you then get a Majin Power category lead. And then Artificial Life Forms, category key plus 3, HP attacking plus 107%, defense plus 130%. Super attack is greatly raises attack for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy. His passive skill is key plus 1 and attack plus 100%, reduces damage received by 40% in exchange with Majin Buu Pure Evil when conditions are met. Exchange conditions are exchanges with Majin Buu Pure Evil starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. His link skills are Majin, the Innocence, Kamehameha, Infinite Regeneration, Revival, the Wall Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. His categories are Resurrected Warriors, Majin Buu Saga, Transformation Boosts, Time Travelers, Artificial Life Forms, Kamehameha, Majin Power, and Power Absorption. So I think he'll run really well on a Majin Power team, and he also probably really work well on Artificial Life Forms. And you can also run him on Majin Buu Saga team. It's a good unit, but if you've already got Gotenks, you're probably not going to find him as valuable. The one thing I don't like in his passive skill, he's only got this reduces damage by 40%. So that's really good against like all basic kind of attacks, but he's got no defense buff there at all. So against super attacks, you're still going to take a lot of damage, especially in way more difficult events like Super Battle Road, Extreme Super Battle Road, Legendary Goku Event, Infinite Dragon Ball History. He's not going to be that much of a defensive based tank unit. Get him when he transforms to, well, exchanges, sorry, to Evil Skinny Buu. And then his leader skill is exactly the same. His super attack is now called Guilty Flash. And he greatly raises his attack for 1 turn and causes immense damage to the enemy and seals super attack. That's fine. He's now got Ki +2 and attack plus 150%. Reduces the damage by 40% and a high chance of stunning the attacked enemy. Medium chance of evading the enemy's attack, including super attack. His active skills are Absorption, and absorbs magic power good and can be activated. HP is 70% or more, starting from the 4th turn after exchange. Skills are Imagine, Brutal Beatdown, Berserker, Infinite Regeneration, Fear and Faith, The Walsh, Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. And the categories are the exact same as the Majin Buu Good, or Fat Majin Buu. The problem with this unit as well, once medium chance to dodge, but that medium chance is still quite low, so he's not always going to dodge. He's going to be more likely to take damage than he is actually going to dodge. He's only reduces damage by 40% and again doesn't get any defense buff, although he does hit really hard because he's now got 150% attack guaranteed. But again, from a defensive point of view, he's not actually the best unit you can think of. And then once you've actually activated the active skill, and sorry, so I should have said similar to the Gotenks, it's actually 4 turns from Fat Majin Buu, so it's 1 turn after you transformed into Skinny Buu, you can then transform into this Super Buu. And then his leader skill is Super Buu is completely unchanged. It is Triple Flash, which greatly raises attack and defense for 3 turns, which is really good because it allows you both your attack and your defense to stack. Causes immense damage to the enemy and seals super attack, which guild is called Beast of Destruction, so Ki +3, which means he's completely self-sufficient. Attack plus 220%, reduces damage received by 50%, and chance of performing a critical at plus 12% per rainbow Ki obtained. So he's going to hit really hard. But again, he reduces damage received by 50%, which is an improvement, but he's still not going to do that well at defending against super attacks. Don't use him as your main defensive unit. I think he's fine to run on a team, but he's going to take a lot of damage if you put him in the slot which gets super attacked. And then he's probably also not going to be very good for Extreme Super Battle Road either, because they hit really hard, even just off basic attacks. And his link skills are now Imagine, Brutal Beatdown, Metamorphosis, Infinite Regeneration, Fear and Faith, The Wall, Standing Tall, and Fierce Battle. And these categories are the exact same. So the units are good, but they're definitely not, I would say, must-have units. I would happily wait till they come back on like a secondary banner. We're desperately summoning for this unit, so let's kind of look at the value of the actual overall banners, and then this will help us make an informed decision on whether you should or shouldn't actually summon on these dual Dokkan Fests, especially if you're free to play. Maybe less of an argument if you're a whale, then you're probably going to summon all banners anyway. But let's have a look at the Gotenks banner. So we obviously get the brand new Gotenks, which are saying 2 Angel Goku on the banner, transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So I feel like he's like a totally underrated unit. A lot of people kind of slept on him because they think, oh, he wasn't that great, but I've used him on multiple times. Once you get his link levels up to about mid-level links, he's hitting for over 3 million easily running on a Majin Buu Saga team, and he's one of my favourite units, maybe because the Super Saiyan 3 transformation is one of my favourite episodes in all of Dragon Ball. So I think he's definitely worth he's good value on the banner. He's only been back once. This is his 2nd time coming back. He was back for the worldwide celebration, and he was also around the Goku Day celebration. So there's a good chance you might actually already have the unit, because being back on banners, which are all dual Dokkan festivals, so you're likely to have got tickets. Chance you'll actually have that unit if you've been playing since he arrived since the Goku Day celebration. Then we've got this physical Piccolo who literally was just here on the Gohan banner, a year old, so he's been on quite a few banners. We have this Tech Trunks, which is his Future Saga category lead. and that is a really good category to run with a lot of powerful units on there. Mention his secondary leader skill is all super types key +3, HP attack and defense plus 120%. So that's really good unit for any new players who are just looking for a leader that will give boosts to all the different characters they have and not trying to build a specific category based team. And then we have this good Super Saiyan Gogeta that transforms into Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta from Dragon Ball Super Broly movie banners. He in my opinion, he's been featured a lot in a lot of banners, so a lot of people will already have him, but he is a really good unit because when he becomes Super Saiyan Blue, he's got a high chance to dodge, which means he's quite good from a defensive point of view. He's going to dodge quite often, and he always gives you a guaranteed critical hit. Output for me is about 2.5 million. So if you add in a crit to that, he's easily hitting for quite like 3.5 to 4 million against opponents. So he's a really strong unit to have. I think people sometimes sleep on how good that unit still is. We've got the Super Saiyan 3 physical Gotenks, which personally I do not need because I've got rainbows of him and lots of extra copies just sitting in my box. I think he's been featured a lot, so if you're a long time player, you'll have no interest in the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Not to mention, he is real glass cannon, and bet he'll hit hard, but you won't be able to use him defensively whatsoever. Although he is the 120% physical mono lead, so at some point in the next 4 to 6 months he'll probably be getting his Easy A, which does make him slightly more valuable. Then we've got the Super Saiyan 3 Tech Gotenks, which at this point he's had his Easy A, but his Easy A wasn't that amazing, so he's kind of no longer that relevant in the game and the meta. And then we've got these 3 SR feature Piccolos, which no one really cares about at this point in time. So overall, I probably would say the Gotenks banner has, for me personally, 4 decent units out of the 7 Dokkan Fest are actually worth summoning for. And that would be the Gotenks, the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku transforms to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, this Tech Trunks, and the Super Gogeta. But again, this banner might be less valuable to me if you've got most of these units already rainbowed. And then let's have a look at the Majin Buu Saga team. So you obviously get the brand new Majin Buu Saga, the Majin Buu, the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta transforms into Majin Vegeta. He's really good. He's a really good unit, but the only problem I don't like about him is that he does switch from being like a super type to an extreme type, which makes him more awkward to use. But from a defensive point of view, he's a really good unit. Doesn't hit as hard as the Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku transforms into Super Saiyan 3 Goku, but he's still a really good unit. We've got this Super Buu, which has been featured in so many banners. I think he was around for the 5-year anniversary banner, and he was also around for the Worldwide Celebration banner, so I'm sure pretty much if you've been playing since the 5-year, there's a good chance you've already got this Super Buu, and he's not that valuable to you, although he does run really well on the Majin Power team. Then we've got the AGL Zamasu, which is a really good unit for Realm of Gods, and I used him to actually beat Super Tech, Extreme Super Battle Road, so he is a really good unit. And then we've got this Broly, which is from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie banners. He's a good unit. Defensively he's not that great, but he hits pretty hard, and he's really an essential unit for if you want to really quickly grind through the World Tournament, because he's so self-efficient with his ki. You can easily just demolish entire teams with him really easily. Then we've got this Meta Cooler, which is a unit that I'm still missing from Global. I've got him over in JP, and he's actually a pretty decent unit. His animations look pretty good, works really well on Wicked Bloodline category teams, and he still hits pretty hard as well. Not to mention he's got that giant mode transformation as well, which can become very clutch on more difficult based events if you're struggling for health. And then we've got this Super Saiyan 3 Broly, which is going to be relevant because I reckon he's going to get his Easy A during the Thank You Dokkan celebration. So based on the actual quality of the brand new units you're getting, neither of them are, I would say, top tier, because they're not LR units. So that diminishes the values and when they should actually summon on it. And the banners themselves they're okay. I mean, some people will get more value than others depending on the units you have in your box, but if you ask me, in my opinion, they will probably need to make changes to this banner in order for people to actually be encouraged to summon on them. What I would say is we're probably going to get super discount summons, and we're going to get buy 3, get 1 free as well on the multis side of things. So if it was me and I was a free-to-play player, we'd definitely take advantage of any discounted multi-summons that we get, and also take advantage of any tickets you get to make sure you use your tickets on the banner. Apart from that, I would save my stones for what's coming out in part 2 of the celebration, or for what we might be getting in December or around about Christmas, because I think those banners that are to come will be much more valuable to your stones. And the one banner that I want to point out here is this. It's the JP's Tarabana Celebration banner. So in 2018 this banner dropped on Thanksgiving, and in 2019 Tarabana Celebration banner dropped in Christmas. So it's likely this is either going to be the banner that drops for Thanksgiving, or it's going to be the banner that drops during the Christmas celebration. And what we're going to get on this is 4 LRs here. We're going to get the return of the 5-year anniversaries for the Transforming Gogeta and Vegito. We're also going to get the return of LR Goten and Gohan, and we're also going to get the brand new unit LR Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta and LR Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku. So you're going to get 4 LRs on one banner, which are all top tier. So if I was free to play, this would be the banner that I'd be saving my stones for, because the value you get in this banner would be absolutely amazing. Not to mention the Gogeta and the Vegeta would come back in the red coin store, so if you haven't got those units yet, they should be available for 500 red coins. That was my thoughts and review of whether you should or shouldn't summon on the banner. Ultimately, I'm not going to tell you if you should or you shouldn't. That choice is up to you, but these are just my thoughts on how good the banners actually are. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs